We are edging ever closer to seeing Carla Connor and Lisa Swain reunited on Coronation Street, and Swarla supporters couldn't be happier about it. Fans were left heartbroken when the pair went their separate ways late last year, and have been longing for a reconciliation ever since. Their romance was effectively sabotaged the moment Lisa's wife, Becky Swain, shockingly resurfaced last summer. Only days after Carla and Lisa got engaged, Becky reappeared out of nowhere and plunged their lives into chaos. Her manipulative behavior eventually became unbearable for Carla, and months later, she and Lisa decided to end their relationship. Sadly, things only spiraled further for the factory boss after that. Convinced Becky was deeply involved in criminal dealings, Carla broke into her flat, only to be caught in the act and held prisoner there for weeks. Thankfully, she survived the terrifying experience, despite being cut off from her vital anti-rejection medication, and Lisa was finally forced to confront Becky's true nature. With Becky now gone, Carla and Lisa have found it difficult to recover from the damage she caused. Carla was devastated to discover that Lisa had slept with Becky after their split and has been unable to forgive her. She almost softened earlier this week, but doubts crept back in thanks to outside interference. In tonight's episode, Lisa reached breaking point and poured her heart out in a love letter, asking Carla to meet her for lunch at the Bistro. She even arrived with a bunch of flowers. Unfortunately, Carla was tied up in a meeting with a strict no-phone rule, leaving Lisa alone with little more than several glasses of wine for company. Eventually, the detective lost her patience and burst into the meeting, upsetting the clients and making a mess of the carpet. Hardly her proudest moment. Despite the chaos, Carla appeared genuinely moved by Lisa's heartfelt declaration. She made sure Lisa got home safely and let her drift off to sleep resting on her lap. That was when Carla finally returned the confession, quietly admitting that she loved Lisa too. But will Carla be brave enough to say those words again when Lisa is sober, or will she act as though it never happened? Shona's startling suspicion in Coronation Street as Jodie and Kit's link comes to light. It was only a matter of time before Jodie Ramsey and Kit Green crossed paths on Coronation Street, but the encounter came as a huge shock for the new arrival. Jodie remains an enigmatic figure, having first appeared during Corriedale after being discovered bound in the back of a van belonging to a notorious Emmerdale villain. It's obvious she's hiding a troubled history she's desperate to keep under wraps, though the full truth has yet to be revealed. The person who likely knows more than anyone else is Kit Green, as he was the one who found her restrained in the woods after she managed to escape. When the pair unexpectedly ran into each other at the cafe in tonight's episode, their reactions couldn't have been more different. Kit, who had been keen to find out how the woman he rescued was coping, was visibly relieved to see her, while Jodie was clearly shaken and alarmed. Viewers are already aware that Jodie hasn't been entirely truthful since reuniting with her sister Shona Platt in hospital. She claimed she'd been fleeing an abusive partner when she was caught up in the crash, but it's clear that story doesn't add up. Whatever really happened, Jodie is determined to keep it from Shona, going so far as to plead with Kit to stay silent. When Shona arrived moments later, she immediately sensed the awkward atmosphere, but completely misread the situation. Back at home, Shona questioned Jodie about whether she'd met Kit before, noting that the pair appeared unusually close. Jodie quickly denied it and took offense when Shona suggested she might have been flirting with him. She snapped back that she had no intention of making a move on her sister's in-law's boyfriend, prompting Shona to apologize straight away. Still, there was undeniable chemistry between Jodie and Kit, and given his history of infidelity, including with Shona herself, it raises an intriguing question. Has Shona accidentally stumbled onto a truth yet to unfold? Coronation Street fans stunned as actor's sibling revealed to have appeared on the soap. Coronation Street viewers have been left amazed after a familiar face shared a selfie with a family member who also once appeared on the ITV soap. The actor behind Dylan Wilson surprised fans by posing alongside his twin brother, who also had a role on the show. Dylan, the son of Sean Tully and Violet Wilson, first arrived on the cobbles back in 2011 before making a return in 2022. Over the years, the character has gone through major changes, with 2025 bringing especially intense storylines. Dylan became caught up in a knife attack that led to the death of Mason Radcliffe, a plot that saw him sentenced to time in a secure training center. He has since been released and made his way back to Weatherfield. What many viewers have only just discovered is that the character of Dylan was originally shared between the twin brothers, something that went largely unnoticed at the time. As the years passed, one of the siblings chose to continue building a career in acting, remaining a familiar face on screen, while the other gradually stepped away from the industry to focus on sport and life outside of television. The behind-the-scenes detail has since fascinated fans, particularly those who never realized the role had been portrayed by two people. The story resurfaced recently after the twins shared a joint social media post that quickly caught fans' attention. On Wednesday, they celebrated their 19th birthday with an Instagram update, posting a series of throwback photos that documented their childhood and journey growing up together. The images highlighted their strong bond and the many milestones they have shared over the years. The post was soon flooded with birthday wishes and supportive messages, including kind comments from Coronation Street co-stars. Fellow cast members were quick to send their congratulations, adding to the warm response from fans who were delighted to get a glimpse into the brothers' lives away from the cobbles. Earlier, viewers were left completely stunned when photos circulating from the British Soap Awards appeared to reveal that the Coronation Street star had an identical twin. Many fans took to social media to share their amazement, admitting they had watched the show for years without ever realizing that two brothers had once shared the role. Several viewers commented that they genuinely couldn't tell the siblings apart, while others joked that the revelation had blown their minds, with some even questioning how they had missed such a detail for so long. The discovery sparked widespread discussion online as fans compared photos and expressed disbelief that the resemblance was so striking. The surprise didn't stop there. Last year, the actor opened up about the confusion his twin regularly experiences when out in public. He explained that his brother is frequently mistaken for him by Coronation Street fans, particularly when walking around Manchester. According to the actor, these encounters often happen so quickly that his twin barely has time to explain the misunderstanding before someone is already reaching for their phone to ask for a photo. While the mix-ups can be amusing, they also highlight just how identical the brothers look, even to the most devoted viewers of the soap. Coronation Street airs Monday to Friday at 8:30 p.m. on ITV1 and ITVX.